it's Misty from At Home with Misty. Welcome back to another weekly weigh-in. First, I'm going to apologize for missing last week. I ended up with the worst case of bronchitis I have ever had in my life. It started probably last Thursday. A week ago Thursday, I really noticed that I was having trouble breathing and that my lungs were starting to feel like they were filling up or just starting to hurt real bad. And that's normally my very first clue that bronchitis is on its way. I also ran a fever, so I stayed home Friday, worked from home, and felt a little bit better, but by Saturday it was the worst. I couldn't breathe all day long, and I was puffing my rescue inhaler every 4 hours, and finally got into the doctor on Monday. He gave me a steroid shot, an antibiotics shot, then I got a steroid and an antibiotic pill to take. Got my very first nebulizer along with, what is it called? Amoxicillin. And he's like, if you don't feel better by Thursday, come see me, but stay home the next 3 days. And I was like, cool. So I went to work on Thursday. I didn't feel the least bit better. And when I went to see him Thursday afternoon, he's like, you need to go to the emergency room. So I went to the emergency room and I got a steroid IV and a powerful breathing treatment. And they sent me home with another steroid to put in my nebulizer, and I did that all day Friday, and I did it Saturday, which was yesterday, and then we went on our huge semi-annual shopping trip, and I managed to walk almost 9,000 steps and only had to use my inhaler one time. So yay for a small victory, and yay for feeling better. So I did weigh last week, although I didn't film a video. If you guys remember, I think the last time I saw you guys, I weighed in at 415.8 or something crazy like that. Last week I lost 3 pounds and went down to 412, and today I'm happy to report that I weighed in at 405. And Rob and I were both so surprised by that number that we actually changed the batteries in the scale, thinking that the scale was wrong, but it wasn't. It was right. So it's nice to finally see the scale move with some effort. And last week my eating wasn't great because I was sick, and when I'm sick I don't want to cook. I could not cook. Standing made me wheezy, sitting down made me wheezy, laying down made me wheezy. I could not breathe. And that is the worst feeling ever. If you are a lifelong asthmatic, you have my heart, because I can't imagine living like this the last 37 years, because I've had asthma now for a year. It was allergy onset asthma, but apparently now we've surpassed that. So I don't know if getting the weight off will help. It may help some, but it's living in Texas. And I've always been prone to upper respiratory issues. So the emergency room doctor did suggest I see a pulmonologist. I can never remember what it's called. And I'm going to talk to my main doctor tomorrow on Monday and see if that's something he would suggest, because I trust him. I've mentioned before, I've trusted him implicitly. So yay for a loss. My numbers, as you can imagine, those of you who are a diabetic and know, steroids will send your blood sugars through the roof. And even though I haven't had carbs this week except for one day, my blood sugars were consistently in the 400s. It didn't matter what I did. I could take 200 units of insulin and that number didn't move. So I did what I normally do for maintenance, and I thought, we'll just get through the week, and then next week I'll focus on getting back the blood sugars under track, because it was like fighting a losing battle, and I was just pumping so much insulin into my body along with the steroids. I just felt like utter dog shit last week, for lack of a better term. Sorry about that. So as far as exercising, again, I didn't leave the house till Thursday, and I walked from my car to my office maybe 3 times, and that was all I could manage. And then from the car to the hospital to the car and home. Breathing was it was just so struggling. And I don't want to ever feel like that again. I'm on a maintenance inhaler now, so hopefully that'll help. I have to puff that twice a day. I have my rescue inhaler, and now I have a nebulizer. And I think really those breathing treatments, that breathing treatment in the hospital and the ones I did it twice Friday and twice on Saturday, honestly, that is what really helped break that. Was, I don't know what kind of steroid they had prescribed or whatever, but that's really what did the trick. So yay for that. Other news, let's see. I have an announcement to make, but I'm going to do an announcements video for that. Other than that, like I said, I had carbs one night when we left the hospital. I was like, I want pizza. I'd been through so much that week, and I wanted pizza. So we ordered pizza, and we got a couple of mediums, and I had a medium pizza over 2 days. I didn't eat it all one time. But I had it for dinner, and then I had it for lunch the next day. And I will say that I don't feel like it was a binge per se. I do feel like it was me resorting to my comfort zone, which sometimes it's going to happen. I mean, it's going to happen. So I'm not making excuses for it. I'm owning up to it. I'm letting you guys know that it happened, but I'm going to move on from it. So today, Rob did something to his back when he was raking, and I had gone to get my nails done. And I mentioned that we were having housekeepers. We had hired a housekeeper to come every couple of weeks because this is getting in Rob's busy season, and he is the person he is the house person. He does all the cleaning and stuff, and he's very particular about it. And they were coming today. So once they left, I went and got my nails done, and then I was like, I don't want to dirty the kitchen. Plus, he just hurt his back, so I brought back Jason's. If you guys aren't familiar with Jason's Deli, it's delicious. But it's like a sandwich. They have sandwich, salad, soups, those kinds of things. I did get a sandwich, but I pulled the meat off the bread because I love the beef eater. And then instead of chips, I got the seasonal mixed veggies or whatever. And then I always get a bowl of broccoli cheese soup and put some salsa in it. If you've never tried that, it's delicious. So I feel like I'm back on track. Yesterday we went for our Valentine's Day lunch, and we went to Saltgrass again, went to steakhouse, and I had a steak with vegetables. So I haven't had carbs the last 3 days. So Thursday was one and done, and I'm back on track. So I do have a couple of mini goals for the next week. The first one is soda. I really resorted back to drinking a lot of Pepsi the last few days, and I have to stop because Diet Pepsi, I don't drink. Even if I drink soda, it's not regular. It's too much sugar. But Diet Pepsi, I don't know. I know they don't make it with aspartame anymore, but there's something about sweet Splenda, which I think that's sweetened with now sucralose, that causes me to crave it. Like, my cravings come from diet soda or artificial sweeteners, which is, I think, per the normal for that. So my goal is to get off soda this week. I've packed a bunch of not seltzer water, carbonated water, like it's sparkling water from Ozarka. And when I want a soda, I drink that, and I pour a little bit of water enhancer in it, and that's what I'm gonna really focus on drinking this week. For meal planning, I am going to start I have some containers, and if I think about it, I'll post a picture. I think I may have a picture somewhere. But I bought them off Amazon, and they're little reusable containers for lunches, and there's 3 compartments. There's a bigger compartment and 2 smaller compartments. And Rob and I were talking the other day, and I'm going to start using those all the time, not just to take my lunch, but also when I eat at home, because as you can probably guess, I mean, I didn't get this size by eating tiny, teeny portions. And once you've stretched your stomach out so much, it's really hard to know what a portion size is. So, and I mean, I don't want to have to spend a lot of time measuring and those kinds of things in weighing, because I won't stick with it. I know I won't stick with it. So this is all about making sure that I am successful and I'm feeling successful. So I'm going to start eating using those, and I'm really excited about that. That's kind of my goal this week. And then a movement goal is I want to hit 5,000 steps, which is my Fitbit goal, at least 3 days. I don't want to push myself much more than that. I'm having some arthritis problems in my foot because we're about to have a weather change, and I did all that walking yesterday, and I need new tennis shoes. So, but I do want to try to hit those 5,000 steps 3 times a week, which is going to be hard because I have a very sedentary job, but it's all about getting up at lunch, walking the building, making, trying to walk around the building several times a day and just get up and get moving. So those are my goals. Like I said, guys, I do have a small announcement to make. You'll probably see the video either today or tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I'm down a total of 13 pounds, I think, from when I started. And so January was a slow month, but it looks like February we're getting some movement started. I am almost 100% positive the next time you see me, I'll probably be in glasses. Like I said, my sugars have been running crazy high this week, and that of course messes with my vision, and it's a whole cycle, but at least my glasses are cute. I did start my documentation. I think I mentioned that I'm going to be doing Project Life to document this journey, and I've done 2 pages. I will do my best to throw up a card. That little eye you see pop up, YouTube calls those a card, and you can click on it and it takes you to whatever we've suggested. So if you want to see that process, see my diary, so to speak, make sure you check that out. Yeah, and as always, thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I don't like to do 52 different accounts. I'm the Jolly Fat Elf everywhere, except for here. So that's just easier for me. So yeah, if you want to follow me, I would appreciate it. As always, thanks so much for joining me, guys. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you survived Valentine's Day. Rob and I actually didn't get each other anything because we were paying for our housekeeper, and that kind of turned out to be our gift. He did get me some roses yesterday when we were shopping at Costco, so those, I guess that he did give me a little bit of gifts. So anyway, all right guys, that's enough. I'll see you next week. Bye for now. On it. So I really like how it turned out. My journaling just says this number does not define me. High blood sugar equals glasses. In my more to the year's health, I want to get my blood sugars under control. I'm doing very low carb and ready to kick these glasses, although cute, to the curb. Week 1 done.